in the data set that says, how come this isn't happening? In the United States, the American Indian, the indigenous population, ranks lowest in aggregate life expectancy among disaggregated racial groups. And that data doesn't even tell you everything, because that's everyone who self-identifies as a Native person. And half of our enrolled tribal citizenry lives off reservation. 70% of the self-identified Native population lives off res, and the experiences are highly varied. So when you then disaggregate by economics, what are the suburban natives dealing with, the urban natives, the res natives, and stuff, it starts getting, there are places where it's really tough. Pine Ridge always gets picked on. Those poor, it's ridiculous. I almost don't put this slide in there. But life expectancy for women is 52, for men it's 48. They tell you to save money for retirement. That slide can serve to reinforce one of the great stereotypes about natives, which is that we're all living in squalor and despair on a reservation, and our experiences are varied and complex. But the reason is not something intrinsic to our indigenous experience. It is something intrinsic to the colonial experience. If we had been left alone, we'd have longevity like Gagi Gagijik and Noden Wind and all these other folks. It has been the disruption to our practices for relational health that have given you that messed up data set. I think because of the colonial training about how awesome colonization is and how awesome the colonial structures in Western culture is, they want you to believe that it's those natives who can't get their crap together. And they start their stories secondly. Look at these people and all their problems, instead of firstly with all the things we've done to those folks. And that's with every colonial experiment on the planet. I won't belabor the things you all know well. Captain Richard Henry Pratt, our goal is to kill the Indian in order to save the man, the residential boarding schools, the genocide policies, the smallpox blankets, the slaughter of 100 million bison to starve tribes into submission, and the replacement of the 100 million bison with 107 million European bison, cows. The nature and structure of our economic systems within capitalism, where people don't have a lot of money and a bag of apples costs $30 and 3 bags of chips cost 10. Creating food deserts and an explosion of diabetes. And the average American consumes 17 spoons of sugar a day, mainly through beverage. And we are disproportionately well represented on the high sugar diets. So the connection between that and the diabetes is pretty obvious. There's so many other pieces. Those schools kept cemeteries for kids. That's Carlisle on the left and Haskell on the right. Some of the American ones kept more marked graves. And of course, there's the big discoveries of some of the Canadian ones with the big mass unmarked graves. There was some of that in the States too.